Hi, everybody. Welcome to my very first show on YouTube. My name is Bobby, and I'm your host of Bobby's Sports and Sketches, the new home where baseball, football, art, and comedy have all been mixed together like the world's craziest pizza. I'm so happy you joined me in my world. It's great you've decided to tune in because I invite you all to grab your seats and art supplies. Art is my favorite passion, and sports are my favorite pastime. I've been a big sports fan my whole life, and art usually does the trick to relax me by detailing joy or erasing heartbreak. I know some fans prefer to look at the bad moments in stark black and white, but I'm here to bring you color. Sports can bring heartbreak, but art always helps me relax and stay creative. That's why I love combining both worlds here on this channel. Even though I bring my own passion, I sometimes have moments where I want to wear a zigzag yellow shirt and say to myself, good grief. Following the Bears can feel like a Charlie Brown cartoon, but when our teams actually win, that tastes sweeter than a Chicago-style hot dog with extra relish. Since I like sports a lot, I want to share some stories about diamonds and pigskin that'll make you hungry to open your minds. You see, it's easy to simply draw a circle, much like the shape of a baseball. But you know what also feels easy? Seeing my favorite team, the Chicago Cubs, have early success, winning 10 straight games in 2 different time periods this year. Now that's something that brings inspiration. I've actually enjoyed watching the Cubs go on 2 10-game winning streaks between April 14th and 24th, and again from April 28th to May 8th. So much that all my fingers decided to reach for the sky. You know, I could have actually used them to help me make new things after every victory. When both streaks ended, at least I didn't need a genie to give me extra fingers just to count all those Cubs wins. If you ever need help to practice drawing an object over and over again, you're in luck because the Cubs players had an experience like this season against the Cincinnati Reds on 3 straight nights at Wrigley Field during a 4-game series from May 4th to May 7th. 3 times feels like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? Bill Murray might be picturing flashbacks right now. In all 4 games the Cubs played against the Reds, they swept them by piling up hits and runs. But during those first 3 games, the Cubs were losing to the Reds. But did they give up? Nope. They used crafting skills to come back to win 3 straight games against their divisional rivals from Ohio. In fact, thousands of fans' lives were saved that night, so their hearts didn't need edited material. In 2 of those games, I saw a hero emerge at the plate back-to-back nights, delivering walk-off magic in extra innings. Cubs first baseman Michael Busch had a game-winning single one night and a walk-off walk the next night with the bases loaded. Watching Michael Busch stay calm in those moments reminded me how much practice matters. That's sports. That's art, too. Meanwhile, the Reds players had to be extremely angry, just like their jersey colors indicated after each loss. So it made them want to wake up every morning to smash the alarm clock to pieces. But just like Groundhog Day, I've got you Reds. I've got you Reds. Speaking of Chicago and Cincinnati, you can also just tell their fans how similar it must have felt for my favorite football team, the Chicago Bears, playing against the Cincinnati Bengals, and you'll want to feel the need to draw in your hearts again. Last year, I saw the Bears win 11 games and make the playoffs. During that season, 7 of those games featured the Bears' comebacks in the fourth quarter. One of them was when the Bears beat the Bengals 47-42. I remember just getting so nervous watching at the end that I couldn't make any sense of how Bears head coach Ben Johnson and quarterback Caleb Williams took some inspiration from Ethan Hunt and made it feel like an action movie. As the leader, Johnson is always using his serious face to brainstorm any football plays, allowing the Bears to use it to become the generative triumph artists. As the QB, Williams is the quarterback that the Bears want, especially in clutch moments. Maybe he should start teaching me how to paint my nails orange and blue. I have my nails ready right here for you, Caleb. Also, Williams is Iceman because of how many comeback moments he used to throw icy footballs from his hands to his teammates on offense. Hey Colston, DJ, Rome, Luther, Cole, DeAndre, Kyle, I've made you all seasonal play portraits. I actually got Williams's football jersey, which might explain his survival playing an 18-game NFL season with the same number of comebacks as the day of my birthday back in March. How cool is that for being an art maestro? In the words of Cookie Monster, C is for clutch in the moments. But after that, the letter D should be added on the helmets to convince us fans to have the Bears re-nicknamed Concept Designers. Athletes have to practice their plays, and honestly, I have to practice drawing my lines. For instance, I tried filming a video on how to draw an apple a few days ago, but it's been a while since then. Although, even after a layoff, my drawings still look nervous from my perspective. But I think sports and art do have a lot in common. In baseball and football, if you get confused during a play, everyone notices. In art, if you mess up once, suddenly it becomes modern art. That's my creative side. A crumpled drawing? Have no fear. I call those papered snowballs. Tubes of paint spilled everywhere? Emotional symbolism. Problem solved. Welcome to my colorful world of sports, art, and comedy. Be yourself, feel calm in the moments, and have fun learning. Now please, grab your pencils, sketchbooks, or pieces of paper because we're about to practice together and become better at designing plays with each artwork. Let's get started, everybody.